That's amazing. So this is a little video camera?
Yes. Well, Sunny, please tell me, what
Oh,
are you
sorry.
passionate about?
I am passionate about redefining health on my own terms. So what I like to do is organize trips for people who are also interested in exploring health from the viewpoint of their relationship to themselves, to their community, and to their environment. So I organize trips primarily in Thailand, but other places in the world as well, where I combine different elements. So creating opportunities for people to explore their relationship to themselves through meditation, Buddhist philosophy, yoga practice, and their relationship to their community through traveling in a group, through facilitated dialogue about what they're experiencing, what they're learning about themselves, what they're learning through being in a different culture, and through their relationship to their environment in ways like living on an organic farm, learning how to cook healthy organic meals, learning how to build earthen structures, learning how to batik, sort of tapping into their artistic talents, inspired by the natural surroundings, learning how to make soap, how to make tofu, things like that. And the trips all last about 3 weeks, and at the end of it, people generally have really learned a lot about themselves and have redefined what health means to them, and feel very empowered to make changes in their lives and in their communities. And what happens is there's a virtual network that's created where people now know other people who are also on the same track, have the same
Sunny,
vision.
your turkey is ready. Well, this is great. My turkey is coming along too. What is the name of your niece?
My niece?
Yes.
Oh, Bryn.
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 Well, my turkey is ready, but just hold a minute. I would like to say thank you to Bryn that she's living in Asheville,
In Charlotte.
Charlotte, because that's what brought you to this class.
Exactly.
And these girls, I think that we're all grateful to her niece.
To what?
To my niece.
Oh yeah, for having you here. Absolutely. We love her. She's great.
Yes, because we are doing here this training of Thai massage.
Yeah, she's giving back to Thailand.
And my client will experience that soon too.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm just happy to get to know you, and you are very inspiring, because it's always great to see people who are not afraid to do what they feel in their guts is the right thing. And I'm learning the Thai massage that we can do even in a restaurant if somebody needs it.
Thank you.
You feel like a movie star, don't you? Sonny, you are a rock star.
Well, you know what? We really keep Sunny in shape because we don't let her eat. Can I just ask you a question? What is your opinion about the Marriage Institute? And we were discussing the balance between freedom and stability. How have that sweet spot,
Well, I think I'm 37, and I grew up in a very traditional household. My parents were high school sweethearts. Most of the friends I grew up with, their parents were high school sweethearts. And my siblings are all married. Sorry. And so I grew up with that conditioning and that expectation. And at the same time, I was always struggling with it because it did seem really limiting to me. I never grew up with an example, even though my parents are in love and still married. It didn't speak to me. Their relationship was not what I was hoping for. And so every opportunity that came along where I was, close to marriage, just for some reason, just never happened. So I've never been married. But I've had some really great relationships that, again, I think at points I wanted to marry, but never happened. And so once I sort of passed 30, I think all of those expectations were unmet at that point. And it was the most freeing experience to realize that I hadn't ever dreamed past 30. I'd only dreamed up to the point of getting married and having children. And once that didn't happen, and I turned 31 and was single and self-employed and whatever, it was like, wow, the world is, I don't even have any idea what I'll be doing for the next 40 years, and it was scary, but it was really, really liberating. And so what I've done in the last 7 years is start to recognize my conditioning and why I've made those choices, and tried to redefine important concepts in my life. So health is a big one. Health is what my work revolves around, and what does it mean? If I go thinking that I'm helping improve my health and other people's health, I need to really understand what health means. And health is that balance between stability and freedom on a cellular level and on a grand scale. So that's sort of an answer to your question, but I think I'm redefining relationship in general as well. So relationship to self, relationship to environment, relationship to community. And though I'm in a relationship right now that seems sort of from the old standards, like, oh, we're on the road to marriage, I'm really, really trying to take things slowly and define marriage for myself. Define, what does that really mean to me before I end up where I started, So,
well, it's time to eat turkey. Well, I'm Anna, and my point of view, it's like, when you're holding a bird in your hands, if you squeeze it too tight, you will choke it and it's gone. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm also redefining myself, because sometimes I'm thinking, I had been married, it was great, there are things I miss, and I just don't know what's going to happen, but it's a wonderful life, and I met so many. It's just interesting to see that changing of paradigm, because just a few years ago when I met this lady at this Nikon convention, and she was a diamond, that's a great position, then she had a daughter, and she was talking about that it's her and her daughter, and I felt sorry for her that she didn't have a husband. But then in a year, I'm looking at myself, that's not a big deal, my kids and me, that's the family. I mean, it's really, that's why I'm kind of on a journey.
How long have you been divorced?
A year. But this is beautiful girls. We are in this class together doing all the stretches. And Libby, you are kind of inspiration for me as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
This is the stomach stretch portion.
Well, everybody, welcome to experience Thai massage one day.